Okay, so SmartBoards, what are they all about? Kevin.
Right. Put me on the spot this time. Okay, so smart boards, we kind of look at them as almost our flagship working with people. And these are when we invite, and it's an exclusive invitation actually, people that we've normally worked with, and invite them to take part in a in smart boards, which it's a little bit like a mastermind group, but I think that underplays it a little bit. But that exclusive invitation where we're going on a journey together. We're all ambitious, we're all looking to scale up and get somewhere with our businesses, and we're all at different stages and different industries with different backgrounds and experience. And then we're working really closely together in a confidential environment to help each other essentially on our way.
And the structure of it. So how does it work?
So the structure is that we meet as a group every month. So, and typically there's six of us in each group. So there's enough to get a little bit of good collaborative thinking and breadth, but not so many that the communication becomes a little bit tricky. We always revisit the theme of the month, just like Scale Up Club, and everybody gets access to Scale Up Club anyway as a Smart Board member. But we revisit that theme to make sure we've got the constant business improvement. But the core of the Smart Boards is when we each bring a challenge. We update each other on our actions from the previous time and where we are against our Smart 90 and our rocks. We're keeping each other accountable, but we're also then bringing a specific challenge, which could be a problem or an opportunity that we'd like to bounce off of the group to improve our decision making, really, and get some real practical, tangible takeaways that we can go and implement in the business.
And I suppose the key thing I like about it is that where in Scale Up Club, you're meeting a random set of people each month. And in the Smart 90 workshops, it depends on whether you want to be on your own or whether you want to join a group of business owners that are going through that event. With the Smart Board, it's that relationship building over a longer period of time with six business owners that are trying to grow and to scale, and you build that level of trust and understanding of each other. So when you get to those sticky moments in your business life where you've got to make a hard decision, you've actually got a group of peers to really reach out to and really talk about, and let your thinking go in terms of what you want to try and do, and get some real positive, or negative feedback, but honest feedback from a group of people that you've been working with for a number of
Yeah.
months. Or
And there's that little bit of healthy competition as well, because we get a bit inspired by somebody in the group doing really well, and that helps to gee us up a little bit, and maybe to aim a little bit higher than we might otherwise have done. And of course, as a Smart Board member, it's not just about that monthly meeting, because there's a one-to-one in between with one of us, whoever's leading that particular smart board, but they've also got access to the Smart 90 Club and the Scale Up Club, which we talk about in a separate little discussion as to what those are as well. But you've got all sorts of many points of additional advice and source of experience that you can pull on. Luke, you've come joined us relatively recently. What do you see in smart boards that excites you?
Well, the first thing that grabbed me was the proverb that we use at BizSmart about, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. That really struck me, that sense of community, and reminded me of something that we use in our communities back in South Africa called Ubuntu. And the idea of Ubuntu is something that we are because the community is. That I don't live in isolation of my community. I am a part of that community, and we kind of thrive and survive together. Or more than just survive, but we certainly thrive together. And that concept of having those communities, those tight-knit, strong communities that help you kind of get to where you need to be. When I've seen Ubuntu applied, because there are a few companies that actually have adopted it. For example, Starbucks, the CEO of Starbucks, he learned the concept through South Africa, and he's used that within his business to try and also grow them. They've been massively successful. But just that idea of Ubuntu, that idea that if we are as strong as we can be within our community and help uplift our community, it's just going to be to the betterment of everybody. So that I think for me is what SmartBoards is all about.
Brilliant. Granger, anything you'd add?
I think the other element is we get as you know, franchisees, we get that chance to work over a longer period of time with a set number of clients, and then one-to-one with them. And I was on the other side. I was on a SmartBoard with BizSmart. I was a number 2 in the business in terms of helping it grow and scale. And it's that longer term relationship that you get, you know, and Louise used to bring, oh, Granger, you need to think about this, Granger, you need to think about that. And that's the bit that I like about the SmartBoard, is we get that longer term relationship with our clients to really challenge them, really get them to think about the opportunities that the entrepreneur scale up system brings to them, you know, that they want to do and achieve.
And we get to see some real journeys. I mean, you know, my first SmartBoard was set up about 10 years ago, just under 10 years ago, and there's 5 of the original 6 people on that, to give you an idea of the longevity of it. And obviously they're getting value out of it. But we've seen people go from being, you know, just having a couple of employees, 3-4 employees, right the way through now. One I'm thinking of is now just taking on his 34th employee. The turnovers increased markedly in that period, but also the mix of the business, you know, was very much an ad hoc type business. It was you know, hand to mouth sort of business, whereas now it's fundamentally based around recurring revenue, and they've got that strong platform for growth. And on the way, through links that we've been able to facilitate, they've had investment from outside sources to help them on that journey as well. So there's a lot of things that can happen within a board, but it's absolutely right. It's the power of getting a credible group of people together that rate each other and that are open with each other, fully confidential environment, but they can trust each other and they can help each other, use them as a sounding board, but also for really quite confidential type things. But at the end of the day, exactly as you say, Luke, with the aim of going further together, that is what it's all about.